A country's forest cover determines the survival of its people. However, the actions of a group of people have seriously endangered Sri Lanka's forest cover, causing us to constantly report on the incidents of forest fires. It appears that the forest fire situation has now grown to a national disaster of catastrophic proportions.
On the 1st of September, a fire broke out on the Dumhela hill in Adikarigama, Hanguranketha. On the same day, a forest fire spread rapidly through the Yakalla Udakallagama reserve in Bandarawela. On the 5th, flames gutted vegetation in the Athalapitiya reserve in Dover, Bandarawela. On the 10th of this month, one of the most prominent forest reserves in the country, the Knuckles Reserve, fell victim to the raging infernos. The next day, on the 11th of September, fires broke out in the Randanigala Ranthambe Reserve. A second wildfire broke out in the Knuckles Range, ranked number 8 on the list of World Heritage Sites, on the 11th. This was the second incident in the area within the space of a week. On the same day, a wildfire quickly swept through the Kalawal-Laragama Reserve in Monragala. 80 acres of wooded land in the Galloya and Hurulu Reserve were completely gutted on the 20th of this month. Another wildfire broke out on the 22nd of this month on the Wadinahelayaya Hill in Malevana, Vallawaya in Buttala. In the past 9 months, 4,000 acres of the country's forests have gone up in flames. This afternoon, yet another inferno in the Indigollayaya Kandudeka area in Bandarawela, Arakgama in Hanguranketha reduced another 300 acres of forest land to ashes and embers. At this moment, the blaze is spreading to Sangarajagama and Maoya. The wildfire has also had a severe impact on crops cultivated by locals. Cinnamon crops and chena cultivations have been completely destroyed. Villagers claim that no fire and rescue authority has taken steps to combat the spreading flames and douse the blaze. While the villagers themselves attempted to save their crops and fight the flames, their attempts proved futile, and the inferno continues to rage out of control. The Hanguranketha police have arrested 2 people on suspicion of being involved in starting the fire. Sri Lanka's forest cover is the source of our unique biodiversity and ecosystems. Furthermore, they play a crucial role in managing the country's climate conditions and preventing natural disasters like landslides. Doesn't the destruction of these precious forest reserves, which are a national resource, amount to an emergency national disaster situation? Wouldn't regrowing these forests take hundreds of years? What is the real impact of these forest fires on our country and its people? News First wishes to convey a message to the relevant authorities that immediate action needs to be taken in order to prevent more fires from erupting in forest lands, and that steps need to be taken to rectify and minimize the damage caused by these infernos.